Halloween. I like Halloween. I get to dress as my favorite characters, but all my favorite characters dress kind of boring. White shirt, red tie, little makeup to complete the look. I am Jack's half-assed Halloween costume.
It's Matt's Fun Time Bad Movie Show. Starring Matt.
Today's episode, Maize the Movie. Hello, Internet. Welcome to the super spooky Halloween special of Matt's Fun Time Bad Movie Show. Do you find corn scary? Even if you do, you still probably won't like Maize the Movie. The Maize the Movie is a 2004 movie directed, written, produced, and starring Bill Coatwell. Yes, it's one of those movies. On the plus side, this film is so esoteric, it's the first movie I've reviewed with no clear connection to giant Gila monster. Until I find out next week one of the actors was in Roger Corman's remake of Chopping Mall starring Elvis's cousin. I could drop some names of who's in this, but no one in this movie's been in anything even noteworthy. The film comes with a bit of a reputation. It was called the worst movie ever by author Michael Adams in his book Showgirls, Teen Wolves, and Astro Zombies, which I super recommend you check out. It's also on the IMDb Bottom 100 and even spent time at the number 1 spot. But perhaps the most interesting part of this film is its distribution company, Lionsgate. I hate Lionsgate. Lionsgate does have a few good movies, but they're also attached to some absolute garbage. I'd like to say case in point Maize the Movie, but no, they had nothing to do with the production of Maize the Movie. It was made totally independently and saw limited distribution. But Lionsgate stepped in, bought the film, gave it a cool new opening title, and branded it Dark Harvest 2: The Maze. No, this is not a sequel to Dark Harvest, a film about a killer scarecrow. This film doesn't even have any evil scarecrows in it. It's not even close to being a sequel. This, my dear friends, is what's known as sequel baiting, something that happens way more than you think, and I'd love to get into sometime, but this movie's boring enough without me rambling. All you need to know is Maize the Movie is also called Dark Harvest 2: The Maze, even though it's not a sequel to Dark Harvest. So let's move on to our spooky feature, because I don't already review horror movies regularly. No, wait, I don't do anything regularly. Captures entertainment, yeah, and it never lets it go. And if you had any doubts about this movie being terrible, just look at these credits. And then, oh no, corn! Get used to it, that's 90% of the movie. Heck? Dude, I am in the Fight Club costume. If anyone's gonna splice in a single frame of porn, it's gonna be me. So we get an awkward close-up of this character making popcorn and getting water, and oh my god. Look, I'll warn you straight up, this movie wants to be The Shining really, really bad, but it looks like it was shot and edited by Stanley Kubrick's corpse. So our main character, Shy Walker, goes about eating popcorn like it's the most orgasmic thing on Earth. He gets interrupted by trick-or-treaters, one of whom is dressed as
Benny the Butcher,
which seems like a bit of a violent costume for kids. So I approve. But the name Billy the Butcher gives Shy horrible flashbacks. But because this film is unbelievably innovative, there's a news reporter talking about something plot-related on TV. Enjoy it while you can, this film's plot is thinner than Donald Trump's skin. We learn of 2 girls whose father killed them in the corn maze last year. Because The Shining.
Now the proud owner of the maze.
She said it, she said the thing! Opa! At this point, I'm pretty sure they only shot 30 minutes of actual film and just reused the same shots over and over, and the rest of the movie is corn. There's a flashback to Shy's daughter tripping down the stairs and breaking her leg in a completely vacant school as the camera slowly pans in on the Virgin Mary. Because breaking her leg was an act of God? But why is this scene here? It seems to be establishing that Shy has psychic powers, as he sensed she was going to hurt herself. But this scene goes on for over a minute, when just moments later there's another flashback to saving her from being hit by a car that lasts under 10 seconds and is a million times more coherent. This movie is so bad, even this movie is better than it. Anyway, the point is, his shining sense is tingling again, so he rushes to stop the girls from going into the corn maze.
Get it? Maize the movie? 'Cause maize is a word for corn? And it's a corn maze?
The next 60 seconds of the film are a compilation of everything wrong with the film's editing and audio. Shit. So Shy buys a ticket to go in and save the girls, and hey look, it's YouTube's new community guidelines.
Girls, it's Dad!
Girls, it's Dad. So specific.
Out here! Tell me what Dad's looking for!
Whoa, what a weirdo. I wouldn't want to be with him in there after dark.
Whoa, what a poor line reading. I wouldn't want that in my movie.
Girls, it's Dad!
Girls? Gosh, I can't remember their names. Just look at this shot. It's like the whole movie was supposed to be a textbook example of how not to make a movie. Corn, 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 corn. So we meet the girls, Allie and Carrie. Gosh, I hope she burns this place down with her mind. With her inside it. They get scared by a guy in a devil mask, and they run away and bump into their dad. But maybe not, because he grabs two girls in witch costumes, not their vampire costumes, and he lets them go, but then Carrie and Allie act like it was their dad that grabbed him.
That's a good idea, Allie. Act scared. I am scared. Yell, Allie, yell.
Yeah, pretty sure you only needed one take of that. Then again, you're playing the director's daughter, so I guess you need all 90 takes to pad out your movie. I'm not kidding, she screams for over a minute. Which seems to be a theme in this movie, because then Shy calls for them for over a minute. I take it back, this guy is just like Stanley Kubrick. Except he leaves all 127 takes in the movie.
Getting really worked up. I hate to be the angry reviewer, that's so played out, but my God, look at this movie.
Gee, Mr. Cowell, this sure is a swell movie. I really like the corn. But I think it'd be much nicer if you had even the most basic understanding of filmmaking and not just lazily pointed a handheld camera at some corn. Oh, I see you couldn't pick your favorite shot, so now you're putting multiple shots in the frame at once.
Can we just do the whole movie like this? We'll be done in half the time, and we'll be done in about half the time. And hey, I'm trying to talk here. Sorry, sheesh. We'll be done in half the time, and it'll make just about as much sense.
Then Allie and Carrie meet the Spirit Halloween version of the twins from The Shining for when you're too cheap for the licensed stuff.
We lost something too. A locket our mom gave us. It was on my neck, and now he can't find it.
Your sister took it. She's wearing it right now. Case closed.
Did you see that? Uh-huh. Are you filming that? I am now.
I can only hope Shy follows in Jack's footsteps.
Wait, Jack never caught Danny. Maybe this guy will be more successful.
So Carrie and Allie run off.
Did you see that? Did you see that? Yeah?
How are they more in unison than the girls who were supposed to be talking in unison? So Shy meets scary hotel twins and has a normal conversation with them like this whole thing isn't immediately disconcerting. What can I say, even the characters in this movie don't find this movie scary.
What's your names?
Betty and Eddie.
One at a time, girls. Hey, this tractor's blazing it. And by blazing it, I mean totally extraneous to the movie. Why is it here? I'm impressed, Bill. I didn't think you could get any lower quality than it already was, but there's a speck of dirt on the lens. You never cease to amaze. And then Bill wanders through corn. Then scary devil mask guy from earlier attacks Shy, but Shy beats him up, because all corn and no play makes Shy a dull boy.
What happened?
Some crazy guy beat the shit out of me. I'm not doing this no more.
Double negative. That means you are going to do this some more. Also, he just said shit next to the no foul language sign. So that's fun. So Shy comes across some poorly carved pumpkins.
'Cause you couldn't even put in the effort to carve a pumpkin. Did you not have the budget for that? How lazy can you be?
And they start laughing at him. I guess this is supposed to mimic Jack Nicholson's descent into madness, but this type of thing has been happening the whole movie. So it's not like this is horrifying or anything, it's just another pointless detour.
Well, it was your idea to come here with your stupid project.
It's not a stupid project. One day, I am going to be a big filmmaker, making big, scary movies, loaning you big bucks.
Wow, this seems autobiographical. Now I just feel bad. Quick, play the rest of the movie so I can keep hating Bill Cowell. Wait, I recognize that laugh. There's more extraneous shots, but this one's of a doggo. Please, more dogs.
Where are you?
We're in a corn maze, Dad. You ever look at corn? It all looks the same. You take that back. All corn is art.
Can you hear me?
No, we were just guessing at what you said when we answered.
God damn it, Dad! It's not us! Now hurry up and get your ass over here before it gets dark. I am not staying here. Stop.
Whoa, the PG level curse words she just whipped out. Someone didn't read the sign. And it looks like she'll pay the price sooner than expected because we meet the best character in the movie. Corn Cop. He runs into the maze, then the real police show up, and we never hear from Corn Cop again.
He's the hero Gotham deserves.
Shy gets lost and comes out without the girls.
You remember the Nettie girls?
Yeah?
Well, I saw them.
You were mistaken.
I don't think so.
How do you know?
Because they told me their names.
And kids never lie. Then he runs back in. That was necessary. And then a scene later, he's on his phone with his wife, so anything this scene had could have been in this scene. He needs to get the cops off his tails because Satan Mask Guy said he beat him up, even though that was his own fault. He tells her to mess with the cop car, and oh, come on. There's bumper stickers on a cop car. So he finds the locket the dead girls were missing, and the man who killed the girls shows up while Shy is digging a hole, looking for their bodies, maybe, but he has the locket, but he doesn't take the locket. He has to come back for it later. Coherency is not this film's strong suit. More shot in shot because the cutting room floor is for suckers. Doggy!
Aw man, I want a doggo corn cop team-up buddy cop movie.
So there's an actually relevant flashback explaining that the Knott twins were adopted and killed by their foster father after their foster mother drove him crazy. Holy crap, it took an hour and 5 minutes, but you finally added something to your story. It comes out of nowhere, lasts too long, and raises even more questions, but at this point, it's the little things. So the cops catch Shy, but the killer kills one.
Holy shit, Joe! Hey, don't shoot! Don't shoot!
Yeah, don't shoot, we don't have the budget. The killer scares off some kids, and he must be part of the same union as Jerry's owner, the assistant mayor of Townsville, Mac's mom, and Cow and Chicken's parents. Damn you, top of the screen! Or maybe it's setting up for a twist ending where the killer looks just like Shy.
Nah, why steal the interesting stuff from The Shining?
Then we check out Shy's wife's ass, from every angle. And yes, that is the real Mrs. Cowell. So sorry, ladies, you can't marry the brilliant mind behind Maize the movie.
I need your phone. Somebody's been hurt.
Who got hurt?
You did.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's the killer, I'm calling it.
And while running to save her, Bill Cowell trips and falls and they left the take in. This film has an editor. I went back and double checked. His name is Rob Imes. And while I'm not sure that's how you pronounce his last name, I can tell you 2 things about him. 1, he has a medication he should have been taking but wasn't. And 2, was taking ecstasy in lieu of his medication. So then Shy and the killer and the girls run around and nothing happens. I'm pretty sure the cinematographer's motto in this film was shoot 'em all and let God sort 'em out. Anyway, Shy tries to dig up the dead girls and the killer comes to get him. Yes, he is just credited as the killer. But Shy records his face, then beats him and returns the locket to the girls. He finds his girls, and they scream and attack him for way past the point they should have realized it was him. Not that I blame them. They leave the maze, and that's the end of our story.
So that was Maize the movie, and it's ambitious.
This film wants so bad to be a visually based psychological horror movie like The Shining or even the Evil Dead movies, but it suffers from a lot of issues. First off, no one involved had any idea what made those movies scary. Secondly, this film was so lazily shot and spastically edited that any atmosphere you intended to convey is totally lost. This is one of the most poorly made movies I've ever seen. Yes, I do mean one of, because I sure as hell have seen worse, but this film is way down there. From a technical standpoint, it does everything wrong, almost like they were trying to defy the way films were supposed to be made. But it's not altogether unwatchable. There's some really funny WTF scenes, mostly towards the beginning, and there's stuff that could entertain a so bad it's good fan. Like I said, there's only 30 minutes of movie here, but all 30 minutes are bonkers insanity. It might be worth sitting through, just keep a fast forward button handy, cause there's an hour and 15 minutes packed in that are totally unnecessary.
Oh man, I'm gonna need something really kick-ass to get over this. So until next time, I'm Matt, and remember the first rule of Matt's Fun Time Bad Movie Show. Could somebody please start talking about Matt's Fun Time Bad Movie Show?
It's getting dark, Carrie. I don't want to be here when it gets dark. We need to find Dad.
He'll find us.
How can he find us when you keep losing us?
Why would people smoke cigarettes when they could have bubblegum cigarettes?